Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Moby-Cool repower of the Breakaway from Winter Park, Florida. This project is a Moby-Cool project where we're repowering with two 75 horsepower 4-stroke Yamaha engines this 36-foot houseboat. It's a Gibson houseboat, a very fine ship, really strong. And we have already extracted the engine, which is just a matter of unbolting the bolts and the exhaust and so forth, and removing the engine by crane. We had the yard come out. We're at a fine boat yard here, and they just, at our request, came out and pulled the engine out with their forklift. And we are now putting on the second layer of fiberglass over the fill for the hole where the outdrive protruded through the transom of the vessel. And you can see that the worker here has cleaned and sanded the immediate area where this fiberglass is going on. And you can also see the lug that has been placed inside. Now that's a standard piece of plywood lug. And here the workman is putting on a layer of fiberglass cloth and wet fiberglass before we screw on the second layer of plywood. Now this transom happens to be two full layers of marine grade plywood thick, and I'll try to get a close-up for you. The original layer was done by placing the fiberglass cloth on the edge of the hole and on the face of the plywood board until that cured, and when that cured we started the second layer, which is what we're putting on right now. When we have a fully wetted out second layer, then we will place the second lug in place, and that's here. And this lug has been cut to shape so that we can easily fit it. It's been pre-fit so that we know it'll go in okay. And when we're done with this wetting out of this layer, we'll go ahead and place that in. We'll essentially sort of just pound it in snug with a hammer, just so it tightens up, and then we'll, using stainless steel screws, we'll screw it in and against this wet fiberglass layer. And it's from there, the second layer, that we'll start laying up fiberglass for a finish look on the outside and to fully seal the hole from moisture and invasion from water. Again, this is a repower project by the Moby-Cool company, and we are using Moby-Cool mounts, motor mounts. They are aluminum, half-inch plate aluminum front and back, and quarter-inch plate aluminum sides, marine grade aluminum with a beautiful powder coat white finish. And so as soon as we're done with this, we'll show you how we do that application. So stand by, and we'll let you see how we put in that second layer of plywood. Okay, here we are with the wetted out fiberglass. We're going to place the bottom of the plywood gusset into the hole, the plug, and push it in nice and firm. And then we're going to use some stainless steel screws to virtually screw it in through and bond it to the piece that's already there. Okay, here we are again. Now the plug is in place, the fiberglass is wet, and Peter is now going to start to screw these two layers together just right on through. Now we'll break these stainless steel screws off on the inside if they're too long, which is okay. Go ahead and draw that up really tight. Let it draw that head right in. Okay, I will. And here he's going to... Yeah. There we go. Good, good. Now again, our objective is to fill this hole with strength. And when we get this filled, then we'll glass over the edges again to seal the edges from water. Okay, here we are again. Peter is once again finishing up doing the layer. We've got the first layer in. And it's fiberglassed in, and he has wetted out a fiberglass layer, fiberglass cloth and resin. You can see it oozing out at the bottom a little bit. That's our objective, is to get a nice, clean, tight Welcome back again. You can see now that we're using a belt sander to sand fairly rough the fiberglass area where we're going to bed the motor mount to the transom. We want to have a clean, clear adhesion between the PL5200 and the area where the mount fits against the transom, so that the PL5200 beds into the transom nicely. And so that's what we're going to do, is clear off any of the paint down to the fiberglass to gain good adhesion at the joint at the boat, because we definitely don't want the motor mount to take on water below the water line where it fits against the transom. And we'll welcome you back at the next operation. Welcome back to the Moby-Cool retrofit. We are looking at the transom where all the old bottom paint and gel coat has been sanded so that the PL5200 can adhere cleanly to the boat. We've used acetone to clean off the surface area. And now we're ready to lay a layer of PL5200 on with a trowel to make sure that we don't miss any areas. We don't want any potential leaks. So we're going to put it on with a trowel, and then we'll wipe off the excess after we put the motor mount in place. And we'll see you at the next juncture of our project. And thank you very much. This is Scott Frost for Moby-Cool.com. Here we have the transom with the PL5200 spread in a wide band all around the mounting area of the transom mount. The mounting pads on the transom mount are 3 inches wide. So we have a bead about 3 inches wide all around, spread in with a trowel to make sure we have a complete seal when the transom mount's in place. And we have just sawhorses set up to make it easy to hold the transom mount in place while we run the bolts through. And we have put PL5200 in the holes as well. It makes the bolts really sticky to handle on the other side, but it's important that these holes are completely sealed above and below the water line to keep out moisture for the long-term safety of the materials, the plywood materials inside. They need to be fully sealed, so that's what the PL5200 does. Okay, you can see the mount is on now, and see we use sawhorses and a piece of plywood to hold it up. We shimmed it up till we got it in the right place. PL5200 has got a good squeeze out, and it'll squeeze out nicely. We found that a short-handled hammer and a regular hammer were helpful in driving the screws, the bolts in from inside the Moby-Cool motor mount. And we are now in the process of tightening the bolts from the inside. They have stainless steel fender washers and regular bolts on the inside. PL5200 should squeeze out of all the washers on the inside to get a full and complete seal. We thank you again from Moby-Cool, and we'll see you in the next episode.